Hey there guys, I am Charchupi, and welcome to This Is the Only Level, Adventures in Singularity. But really it's just, this is the only level. Um, Sometimes elephants sometimes do forget the rest of the levels.
So this is just a quick speed run. I am deciding to do a voiceover since it is just easier to explain what's going on. So the basic of this game is to go through the same level, but there's multiple stages of it. So yeah, and each little stage has something different. So the first one that we just saw is just the normal one where it just shows you the basic controls. And this one, the controls are actually inverted, which threw me off a little bit at the beginning, but it wasn't too hard, honestly. So once we go here, we realize the door's already open, but I accidentally hit the button, which realizes it closes the door. So you just go straight to the end without actually pressing the button. And then the fourth stage is an alternate control scheme, which is just different buttons. Like, it's a little weird, but I eventually got over it because it's just dragging it with the mouse, which is weirded me out. And then free floating is pretty much low gravity, so it was easy. Then we have bit bouncy, so it changes it so I didn't quite see the spikes there. I also bounced right into them because it's like super jumping, as you could tell. So if we go over to level 7 though, it's just dull appearances, which I believe it was just yeah, the spikes didn't do anything because they're dull appearances. Other than that, it was pretty normal. And then over on stage 8, it was, the thing for this one is the gray-ish colors will kill you. So you have to stay on the purplish, bluish, whatever you would call it colors. Which it wasn't too easy, except for the end because you have to jump perfectly to get into the finish. But it didn't worry so much. But yeah, I easily got over this with only a few deaths. And then over on stage 9, it's arrow control. So it was just different control scheme again. This time it again uses the mouse, but it's like you drag it. So to click, you jump, and then the slightest mouse movement actually makes your elephant move. It was so weird to do because it was very sensitive with it. Level 10, we have heavy headwind here, and this is pretty much, it's constantly pushing you to the left. So you have to keep holding to the right, otherwise you will fly left, which wasn't too hard once I got used to that. And then we go over to stage 11, which is no returns, no refunds. I'm not quite sure what this one was. It was just there. But on stage 12, it's stay low, which I believe had a wall or something up top, or would just kill you. I don't remember. But it was pretty easy. And then on 13, we have left, right, march. So this one, it already maps out the entire thing. It's just you have to mesh the left and right button arrow keys to go. So you just do those things and it just moves you automatically, which was pretty easy. And then one leap of faith, so you can only jump once on this. So if you mess up the jump, then you were done. Okay, time to refresh. This one was using a little bit of the things. So to do this one, you actually had to refresh the web page entirely, and then it unlocks it for you. As you can tell, we're back into the same level, but it is unlocked the door. Yeah, that one was very interesting. And then we have keep hitting it. So the whole thing about this one is the button doesn't seem to work, but if you just jump on it 4 or 5 times, it finally opens the door at the end. And then we have stage 17, which is worried about nothing, and I'm not quite sure what that one was because I made it right to the end. And then collapse. This one took me a while to do, but pretty much you had to do that and just get over to the finish because every tile you stepped on, you actually destroyed. So you had to go from the top because you couldn't actually press the button on the last one. And then this one, no, the video is not doing it. It is actually the game that is stuttering that much. And I just went past it because it was very slow. And then we go to the next stage, and this one is just everything is white, so you can't really see anything, but it wasn't too hard. Okay, in between gravity. So the interesting thing is, so blue goes down and green goes up. So you have to avoid the spikes, especially above the button, by doing it, because you don't want to slam right up into the spikes anyways. But that's something that would frequently happen, but I made it through just fine. And Mime's Folly. So this one was interesting because right there, as you saw as I fell into the spikes, there's actually an invisible wall there, which I hit a second time. So you actually have to go up and around instead of faster down route because there's a wall. And then this is Center Keyboarder. So this is, I believe it was F, T, G, and H or something like that to control, which is very weird because I've never seen that control scheme in any other game but this. But other than that, it was pretty normal. And then this one's uppercase. So the button doesn't actually do anything, but if you hit on your keyboard, the caps lock button, it actually just opens the door for you. So that's pretty good. And then when it feels like it is just one where you get to the end and the door just opens whenever it feels like it. So I just have to sit here and wait for a bit to wait for the door to drop, and then I can get in, which didn't take that long. Or is it? Is number stage 26, and the door is actually just fake. Like there's no actual door. And then this one's called Credit Page, which made me think, is there a credit page? So you have to actually go back to the menu, go to the credits, and then you look at the credits a little bit. And then the main menu button actually says to unlock stage 27. So then you go back into the game and you unlock stage 27. Easy as that. And then this one is just super close up. So this is all you get to see, but it's the same exact map. So you jump to the button and then you go over and down into the exit. So that one wasn't too bad. And then this one is called Closing Shop. So the button's on a timer, which you can see I miss, and I miss a few more times. So I actually just skipped to the one where I actually got it because I spent way too long on that. This one's called No Sweat, so it just goes black, which is very similar to the previous one, but yeah.
Yes, it is. You've been the only level in the entire game. What was one level surely was more than that. We are very proud of you. We think you're really truly special. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on the screen. But anyways, that was a quick flash game. I got 35 deaths. Let me know what you get down below. But anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, stay charged.